I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot. Shoot that. Hey, why not?
All right, y'all. Welcome to Ice Cold Facts. Another episode 5, I believe. I've been waiting on this one for a minute. Got my homeboy Terry T-Rock Evans. What's up, bro?
What's happening, everybody? What's up, bro? How you?
Nothing much, man. I'm chilling. How you and the family been during this whole little pandemic?
I would say good, man. We still here above water. You know, nobody has gotten sick, but it's definitely an adjustment, man.
Definitely.
You know, definitely just a time of adjustment.
Definitely. So if everybody can see in this background, you know, we got a little Jordan collection, or shoe collection rather. For the ones that don't know Terry, he's a big shoe head, big sneaker head. Tell us when did that start? When did you start really collecting shoes?
Uh, I would have to say when my feet got to be the size they are. So about the age of 13.
Okay.
When I was wearing the 13, you know, I could kind of take care of my shoes then. You know, feet stopped growing.
Right.
You know, I had started putting aside my hooping shoes, started really getting into like the Deons, the Bo Jacksons, you know, just Nikes was the joints. Ken Griffey's, you know. And we had a plug, you know, Marty's was the plug down here.
Oh yeah.
Marty and Gus.
Yeah.
You had you go get you a nice pair of shoes, $75, $60. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about some panties. You might find a pair of J's on sale in there.
Yep. Not no
So,
more.
you know,
You got to go through the raffle and
yeah. You know,
apps
so
freezing and crashing on you. So it's a little harder nowadays. But
yeah, it's different. You know, I remember waiting in line them days and doing all that stuff, and you know, camping out, pulling up early and all that. But you know, after a while, like I say, we was talking before, you know, it get old. You know, it get hard and old. But priorities change.
Yeah. I mean, definitely priorities change, but I'm gonna still try to wiggle my way through it, and I'm trying to get what I can. I normally have good luck through the sneakers app, so usually if it's something that I really want, you know, I'm able to get it, you know, through sneakers. So priorities definitely change. You know, as we get older. I mean, I've been knowing you for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Which that sounds so far gone. You know what I'm saying? With you look back when we was I was 14 as a freshman, I think. So, you know, just think about when we was 14 to 33, 34 now. It's like, where did the time go? But then, I mean, like I always say, you got certain relationships that, you know, we don't see each other.
Test of time.
Yeah, I'm all the way in Texas, you in St. Louis, but we could always pick up where we left off, you know what I'm saying? So it's that mutual friendship, you know, you like a brother to me for sure. So that's why this interview probably is gonna be probably near and dear to me, you know what I'm saying, compared to I'm gonna get some other people on, but it's certain ones that I look forward to. And
then you know what I always hate? The only time we really hooped together was like hoop it up. We ain't really get to play in a game together.
Man.
You know that's crazy.
We could have if I would have stopped farting around when I got to Ritter, man, and just did what I was supposed to do.
They never got to see that show.
It would have been crazy. I stick with it to this day. If you put me on one wing, you on the other wing, and then I guess at that time too, you had Alex that was balling out too. So you got 3 wing players that's flying down the court. Somebody's getting dunked on. But that was my thing. You know, I'm sure you're gonna probably tell that what was we at Bishop DeBerg?
Oh my God. Oh my God. That was hilarious.
I don't know how I did that. It was over anxious. I was excited. And
man,
anytime I see, even to this day, if I see a clear open rim, I'm trying to yank it. So that's what that Bishop DeBerg stuff was, man.
You know what's funny? Me and Twig was just on the phone before I was got on the Zoom with you. So he say, man, you probably was one of the best overall players that they never got to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? What happened was, you know, we paid to go to school at Ritter. You know, we in the hood.
Right.
And it's funny to say that you paid to go to school to be on Thecla.
Yep.
But it was what it was, you know. So a lot of people thought we were soft, but we wasn't. You know, we was some city kids. Just our parents wanted a different route. We wanted a different route, really, because I know my decision came down to me making the decision to go to Ritter.
Okay.
I had other choices. You know, one was to go to Chaminade. Okay. I had played not at the time it was AAU, but just locally. Yeah. I was playing with Thurman Griffin with the Wolfpack.
Shout out to Griff.
So Big Griff got us right, you know, 6 through 8.
I think I did maybe 2 workouts with him. I'm like, man, him and Chico. I'm like, man, I'm done with these dudes.
Hey, you survive a Griff workout, you a man.
I barely survived it.
Hey, all right. He used to put a trash can in the middle of the floor on purpose, and I would laugh like people who didn't know, like, you gonna see that trash can, and if you don't, he gonna make you see. He gonna keep making you go until you go see that trash can.
Yep.
And
so you know, Ritter, man. One of the first practices at Northwest, Coach Niels had us running and doing defensive slide drills, and
it was hot.
I wasn't ready for it, man. I was not ready.
And see, one thing was I was blessed, you know. I was just athletic enough to always adjust to that. It wasn't like we got trained like these kids today, blessed to get trained, but like man, we just got out there. There was a lot of athletes that come through where we came from through that time in middle school. That St. Louis Public Magnet thing, man. There was a lot of athletes in there that did a lot like for St. Louis sports and did on bigger things in college. And just real good men these days.
Yep. And I think that's the big stigma behind it. Everybody feel that if you don't make it to the league or you don't play overseas, that you deemed a failure. You know what I'm saying? So even I look at somebody like myself, you know, I played through high school as a kid, through high school, played a couple years in college, and then, you know, that window closed. So I went through that period where I didn't know what to do with life. You know, and it took me years before, you know, I got to link up with my cousin Terry, you know, Edwards, and that's when I found my passion for coaching. And
right.
You know, that's what I've been doing ever since. So
suckered me in,
but I'm still in it. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of got me suckered in with it.
Yeah, man. That was fun times, though. I mean, working with
it was. We won a couple of tournaments. You know, they were some babies though. It was like you bitty ball, man. It was funny.
Yep. But I will say I'd rather work with like my 9th graders. I'd rather work with them versus, you know, taking the 6, 7-year-olds. I'd rather give me the older group, you know, guys that I can get out there and
gotta have some patience with them kids, man.
Which I got it, but I'd rather.
But the knowledge,
get out there.
The knowledge, you're trying to instill that knowledge you got. I got you.
Yeah, my 9th graders, high school finna fly by like before they know it. So, you know, we working on recruiting and, you know, cleaning up their social media, all that stuff, because that's important.
We headed towards that 20-year reunion.
Jesus.
That's how long we've been out of school, high school. We really like OGs in this game of basketball, and just this cycle now. We becoming the old heads.
That's crazy. Oh my God, man. And I struggle with that when they call me big man or OG. Like, I don't want to hear that, man.
I be laughing because, you know, it be somebody who look your age saying it like, "What's up, OG?" You like, man, like, come on, man, like.
Yep. Yeah, it's awkward. But so let's rewind. Take me all the way back to when Terry Evans fell in love with basketball. Like, how old were you? Like, what was your influence at that time? You know, and who were like players you looked up to from like a professional standpoint?
Well, I would have to say it was about the age of 6.
Okay.
You know, I kind of got into it with the Rock Church we had started playing there. But it just started out in the schoolyards, you know, playing outside with friends.
Yeah.
Recess, gym. And then, you know, finally once I got into sports and started watching about that age of 6, Jordan, you know, that was probably that was probably the end of that three-peat.
Okay.
You know, I probably really got into watching basketball. You know, so I would say influence on my game, it's a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I love KG.
Yeah.
His intensity, just being a guy that his motor kept running.
Right.
I was a fan of Dennis Rodman, how he rebounded. Like I watch certain guys for certain reasons. You know what I mean? Like I would watch Ray Allen, big fan of his game, just how he just had it all. Mid range. Well, especially when he came in the league early. I love Ray Allen.
Give me a Milwaukee Bucks Ray Allen.
Yeah. Seattle too. Early Seattle too.
Yeah.
Early Seattle Ray he had that thing, boy. He'd go put it on you, all that. You know, who else I really watched? I really like Scotty.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I really like Scotty. Like, you know, everybody loved Jordan, but Scotty did everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was never a big scorer. I could score, but I do everything. And that's what I was like, I have to be an asset. I can't come off the floor. Like, I don't like sitting over here no way. So I'm going to do everything to stay on the floor. Oh, you want me to play D? All right. You need me to score? All right.
Yep.
You need me to talk shit? Whatever it may be,
right.
I'm going there with you. I'm going to be the enforcer. One game I might have to be the shooter. I'm adjusting. That's what I wanted to always type of player, you know, where I wasn't boxed in. But, you know, games change. You know, once I got to college, it changed. You know, I ain't even looked to score no more like that just because the role for me was to play defense.
Right.
And to stay on the floor, I knew, you know, I still could do everything. One thing I was always blessed with, I could score without you having to call my number. I go get in a passing lane, go get a tip dunk, run a break, go coast to coast myself, you know, just get to the free throw line. Like I always prided myself that you didn't have to call my number to score. And shit, end up averaging double figures for my career, you know, without getting your number called. So
what made you choose? I know you said you could have went other places, you know, as far as probably some of the PHL schools, you know, the public high league in St. Louis for ones that don't know, but what made you choose Ritter? Like what was the determining factor? One of the determining factors.
So, you know, going back kind of telling you like, you know, Griffin, Chaminade, you know, I played with Monroe Douglas, I played with Von West, I played with Tommy Williams. So we was click tight, you know, those my guys. We was talking about it like playing for high school and doing all this. When I found out Chaminade was an all-boys school, and then they was talking about you might have to stay on campus throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? I'm what, 13, 14 at this time. I had probably just really gotten to girls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, not go to school with girls. I'm like, nah, that ain't happening.
That's right.
And you know, then to have to stay on campus, you know, I'm a mama's boy at heart. You know, my mama is my heart. You know, so to be away from her in a week and you know just all that, I wasn't for it at the time.
Right.
And you know, I kind of just X my list down. You know, in the PHL, I probably was looking to go not even to Vashon. I was probably looking to go to Soldan. Soldan or Sumner, because those are both schools my parents went to. And, you know, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to one of their schools and leave a legacy if I was going to go to a PHL school.
Gotcha. So, yeah, your story is similar to mine. I mean, I would have ended up at Gateway Tech, you know, had I not gone the public school route. And, I mean, Ritter for me just made more sense. You know, at the time, kind of similar with you, you know, Alvin, Alvin Davey went to Cardinal Ritter, Mike Jones. You know, I grew up with them, and our parents were tight, and so it was like, okay, this is a good school. My grandmother stayed literally right around the corner from Cardinal Ritter. So, I mean, I was familiar with the school. I went up, met with Coach Thomas. And
man, let me tell you, let's go back to about Coach Thomas.
Okay.
So Coach Thomas was cool with Grill. So
okay.
I seen Coach Thomas early, and we played in a league against them with I think it was rest his soul. I want to say it was John Pops was running a league at the Y.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And we played against Fred Ruffin, Rodney Dodson. I'm talking about they was young.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about I'm young. You know, so we kind of got a rapport. I think this is our 8th grade year.
Okay.
And you know, Preston was talking about coming in, you know, but he had worked me out a couple of times. All that type of stuff was giving me some points about that triangle, showing me that mid-range game, things of that nature.
Yeah.
So I was kind of already feeling Ritter too. And you know, Chris Curlwell I was a big fan of his.
Yeah.
Big fan. You know, went to AAA Bush, so I always heard stories about Chris Curlwell,
okay.
you know, all these type of things. Where was I going? But Tom, you know, Tom left.
Yeah.
So the crazy thing is, like, I was finna X Ritter off because he was leaving.
Yep.
Marvin Niels ended up getting that job, even though we was already kind of in school. Like when I found out Niels got the job, like I ain't know him, but you know, I had a report from NYSP and all that. My parents knew him.
Yeah.
Like my parents grew up basically. Every one of my parents had both of them, and my brother. Like all my family basically came up under something with Niels.
Gotcha.
So they was comfortable with him.
Right.
So when they heard that, it was like, "Nah, you good?" Like,
yeah,
you know, we straight. Like,
yeah,
you gonna be all right.
Hindsight,
even if it wasn't basketball, like you gonna be all right. He gonna make sure you gonna be a decent person.
Yeah, and I don't think Niels get a lot of credit that he deserved. You know that one, he's a living legend. You know, we can't take that away from what he did back in the day. Even you know, if you rewind a few years with Ritter, you know, and I don't know the full story about how he left and all of that, but it sounds to me like it wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even really want to get into
it. It's some bitterness in it. You know, I talked to him about it. That'll have to be something for him to share. You know, that's personal with him. But you know, it wasn't right.
Yeah.
You know, and it seems to be a constant thing with the school at times that certain things just ain't done right. But you know,
and I had the conversation with head Brandon Gilmore as far as why Ritter, you know, shout out to Ryan Johnson, he doing his thing, you know, and when Randy was there, he did his
thing.
That's
my dog.
But why won't they? I guess we can tap into this later, but no, we can do it now. Why won't Ritter hire any of they like alum? If you think about all the guys that came from
I can't speak on that because I don't know. I know RJ did offer me a position, you know. Shout out to RJ. You know, it didn't make sense. You know, I'm making more money right here where I'm at SO then.
Okay.
And I literally stay around the corner from the school. And these kids over here need me too. So
all right. So talk about when you got to Ritter. I mean, you were basically like a true freshman. You know, when I first saw you hoop, I mean, I thought I was doing something, you know, being able to jump, you know, kind of out the gym, quote unquote, you know, but then I see somebody like you that's not only jumping out the gym, but you flying. Like you just take off and you knew you were going to get to the rim. So what gave you, I guess, the confidence to know, hey, as a freshman, I'm going to come in, submit my spot, and I'm going to hold my own?
You know, that whole summer, like I ain't gonna lie, that whole summer, I always played up, and I had to give that to like the guys in the neighborhood, you know, give it up to Griff. Like he wouldn't let us play down. Like when we played in tournaments or played against somebody our age and we winning by 20 and 30, like that's what we wasn't getting patted on the back for doing nothing like that. He's like, you supposed to kill them.
Right.
So when I got to high school, it was, you know, I had already been playing against the older guys, you know. So it wasn't nothing new. And like I said, I was a guy who was just looking to do whatever. At that time, the main thing I was looking to do was be able to play. Right. And I knew my best asset to be able to play was try to put this thing on you. That was my best attribute at the time.
Yeah.
You know, rebound, try to dunk on you.
Worked out, man, because you was definitely doing it. I mean, I did what? I did JV that year, and then, you know, I got the dress out for varsity some games, and, you know, game I got the dress out. At that point, I knew I probably wasn't gonna be getting in the game, but like I said, if I would have did what I was supposed to and had a different mindset, you know, I would have been right there with you, you know, and I shortchanged myself, but I became.
But I would say you look at all that talent pool that we had at that school, at a small school.
Yeah.
Like if you really think about it, like if you go, all right, on that freshman year team, that was Jeremy Lucky, that was Kim Burke, Brian Baldwin, myself, Nathan Williams. You had
Jermaine
man,
Barrett.
I'm leaving off some people. DeWine played.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna leave off some people, and I apologize. It's been that long, but you know what I'm saying. Like we weren't expected to do nothing that freshman year. Like, you know what I'm saying. We knocked some people we weren't supposed to knock.
Right.
And the one thing that really gave me confidence for the rest of my career, like my I have arrived moment, was that playoff game. That district playoff game against Lutheran North.
Yeah. Yeah.
And once, you know, it seemed like that probably was the biggest game I had played in my life, and it felt easy.
Yeah. You made it look easy. I mean, I think you had what, like 18, 20 that game? Something like that?
I can't remember the exact number, but I mean, it probably was like, you know, I was always going to come somewhere between 15 to 20, always in between that number. So it was somewhere in between that. And like I said, we was playing against, you know, some tough competition with Lil Tony, Rebel Petty, James Collins. The Big Stanley was over there. That they had a nice squad. We probably, you know, stopped them from getting 2 in a row.
Yeah. And I always say, I mean, with, like you said, that particular game, if we remove you from that game, I mean, it's definitely a loss. I mean, I think it was 16 or 18, but I mean, you had some key blocks that game. You snatching rebounds left and right. Every rebound, basically, you was getting it. So, I mean, if we remove you from that, I mean, chalk that as a loss for Ritter. So that was your aha moment. You go into the summer of your freshman year. Still you're not ranked or anything like that. And I think even back then, the rankings and stuff wasn't really a big deal like that, like it is now. But this is a story I want you to tell from the Nike camp. Like I said, most people.
So that's what's crazy. You know, I didn't even play with the Eagles after my freshman year. I stayed with Griff there one more year, you know, and did my thing over there. I finally got with the Eagles after my sophomore year.
Okay.
You know, everybody felt that would be best now to try to get on that exposure scene with them and try to get my name out there.
Yeah.
And, you know, iron sharpens iron, man. Nice. Like, them practices was some of the best basketball you would play, because you literally got everybody from the best schools.
Yep.
Mike Dell, Lance Hurd, Xavier Price, Tommy Liddell, Cam Murphy, Turtle, man, Kalen. I'm talking about Blake Ahern.
Yeah.
Jamal Tatum, Taj Jackson, Ken Park, like, and you know, all of us played against you, even them 15.
Yeah.
Them younger guys, Zach Riley, Alex Tyus, Alex Barnett, them young guys was playing. Ooh. So it was just, you had to get it.
Yeah.
if you going to be playing and they was gonna talk about you in them pickup games and them practices, you had to be doing something. And that's what kind of like instilled certain things in that era of basketball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was competitive, but we was cool. Like, oh my God.
Right. Right.
Like, but everybody was competitive in their own way, and it kind of worked.
Yeah.
But you know, to kind of get back to what you want to hear. So, you know, I'm playing with the Eagles.
Yeah.
Coach Niels is working the camp. Coach Niels say to me, damn, boy, you ain't mad? You working this damn camp? He said, you working it instead of playing. And, you know, it kind of, you know, fuel that fire in you a little bit. But I get a tap on my shoulder no less than maybe 15 minutes after he say this. You know, a kid father happened to have a heart attack or something happened and he had to drop out.
Yeah.
So, you know, immediate replacement, Eagles all right there in their ear. Coach Gray, rest his soul.
Yeah,
Pee Wee, all of them. Like this, like with him. So they like, where's his mom? Where's his dad? He needs to get a waiver signed. They like, man. So I'm calling her like 911, 911, 911. Yeah. She finally pick up. Luckily, she don't work for her. So she swing by, sign them waivers. I get on in. Probably the first play on my play on the court, first play, catch a tip dunk. You know, at this time, I wouldn't say I'm arrogant, but I had so much dog in me. I'm like, man, I'm in this motherfucker after I dunked it.
Yeah.
And it was cracking. It got to cracking in that camp. Like, it was bad for people. Like, I dunked on a lot of people. I was locking up people. Yeah. And it was a lot of names in that camp. You know, it was a lot of names that went on to do professional things, that did a lot of things in college.
Yeah. So was that the top 100 little jamboree?
That was the Elite 100 they hold here in St. Louis.
Okay.
You know, at the time it was OJ was in the 8th grade. He was there. Tweety Carter, I want to say, was in the 8th grade. Okay. Derek Character. They had like some babies. That was just, you knew that was gonna kind of be exceptional. Right. Then they had the main guys, you know, that you could kind of see separated themselves.
Yeah.
Sam Young, certain guys you could see. Paul Millsap. But I end up making from there getting the invite to the big camp.
Okay.
So, you know, the crazy thing about that, the invite comes almost like the same way. Like somebody can't make it.
Yeah.
Your alternate. Can you make it? My parents at the Essence Festival. Jamming. I'm talking about having a good time.
Right.
So my dad got a partner who would come check on me that stay around the corner. I'm like, hey man, you gonna have to drive me to Indiana so I can play in this camp. He looked at me like, what? Like, you talk to your parents? I'm like, man, I can't get in touch with them. You know, they're at the Essence Festival. They ain't got no cell phones, no nothing like this at this, what? 02 cell phones ain't jamming like that. Call me after 9.
Yep.
Minutes free. Right. Remember how it was? Call me after 9. Minutes free. Man, so when nobody really jamming their phone, I don't even think we was texting like that then.
Nah. I didn't even get a cell phone till, shoot, I graduated from high school. That was my graduation gift. The little Nokia joint with Snake on it.
Man, look.
Hit the number 5, 4 times to get a letter, and, so.
Yeah, we the end of that era. That's what's crazy. Where we was the first to really get on computers.
Yeah.
Dial up. You remember that dude?
I hate that. I hate that. Internet be slow as a mud. That's when you have AOL, the little group chats and all that stuff. The little
AIM messages.
Yeah. You have to put the little CD disc and that's crazy.
But yeah, man, I ended up making it to the big camp from there.
Okay.
I have to get a big shout out to Blake Ahern and his pops, man. They came and swooped me up, you know.
Nice. Okay.
Swooped me up, took me down there, made sure I made it back. Blake put on a show down there. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody from Missouri represented very well when I was down there, when we was down there showcasing.
Okay.
Dwayne Pope, shout out Pope, doing his thing. Xavier Price, myself, Lance Harris was there.
Yeah.
Jamal Tatum. There was a few guys from like Marcus Walker.
And Jamal Tatum, he ended up going to Carter.
Hickman. Or did Lance go to Hickman?
I don't remember. Now, wasn't Randall on one of those teams too? Randall Falker?
He played with the Eagles. I don't think Randall was at camp. KG was there. Kalen was there. Can't miss Big Dog. Big Dog was putting that thing in on people, boy. I'm talking about, you remember how Shaq used to dunk?
Yeah. Hey,
KG probably was the closest thing putting that thing down like that, dog.
So I
and
grew
was
up
moving people.
Yeah. They would just move. He wouldn't even have to post you up. It just, hey.
No, you get
OC for you, and you just don't do your thing. And
it was almost, man, it was, you ain't want that punishment from Big Dog.
Nope. Because we used to play together as kids.
You play with the players?
I played with the Warriors.
Oh, the Warriors.
So we used to play out at what was that? Kirby Middle.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of did a lot of stuff like out in North County. So I played like 2 or 3 years with him. And so when I got to McClure and he was at, Hazelwood Central, I'm like, man, I gotta go through this dude. Then at that time they had Aaron Jackson that was basically like the opposite of me.
Baby, that he was a baby man.
Man.
Aaron was dunking this thing like in 6th grade.
Yeah, Head gave a nice little story about how he went away to college, went to Duquesne. Him and Aaron Jackson stayed on like the same street. So Head come back one summer from school, and they like, man, his parents like, man, you got to go see Aaron. He dunking, and Head like he thought, he barely grazing around. He like, man,
he throwing that thing down, man.
And I always give a story how high he elevated on his shots. Like,
oh man, Aaron would lean all back and pump that ball.
Yep. And I mean,
coaches used to be mad, but he was skilled like that. It was almost like, somebody with hang time. He was one of them.
His mid range,
he could fly.
His mid range was crazy.
Yeah, you wasn't blocking his shot.
Nah, it wasn't.
Especially not that pull up.
Nah, not no way. So let's fast forward. Junior year, I leave Cardinal Ritter. Y'all get worse because I ended up leaving. So y'all got worse as a team. Nah, I'm just kidding. Y'all went 31-0. Y'all went 31-0, man. You talk about somebody being mad, bro. If I didn't curse my mama out, I'm probably sure I did under my breath because I was that mad that she made me leave. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I figured at least junior year, senior year, I'm finna do my thing. Like,
and you know what? We never really got to as a team. You got to look at all the people we played with. You never was gonna be able to do your thing like they talk about what B-Shy was able to do. I say that's pretty impressive, but shit, I done set out a lot of second and fourth quarters. I missed 10 games due to injury or more. I done got kicked. Look, man, you know how Ritter used to be. You cussed out a teacher, you got to miss a game. You missed a couple of assignments. They come to get you off the floor of district.
Yep, they ain't care.
So I played during that time. I missed some games because some foolishness I did.
Right.
And I still have a gangster career. And so that's why I tell people all the time, I say, them numbers be skewed. And I played with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like I say, if you look at the team I played with, it's probably a lot of guys not even right there that scored 1,000, but maybe at 700, 800, 900. Look at DeJuan. Look at Twig.
True.
Brian Baldwin played 4 years, 3, 4 years of varsity.
Yeah.
Jamel Lacey.
Yeah.
I played with Alex.
It was more talent.
You know what I'm saying? We had a team.
Yeah.
All right, football. You put the football guys in now. Alvin, Raymond.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Then you look at Colin was decent.
Yeah.
It was a lot of guys. Ramon.
It's easy to score when you ain't got a squad. I mean, somebody got to score. So.
But dude commanded so much attention.
Yeah.
Like, after and Ken Burke, dude was different. I ain't gonna lie. And he kind of didn't trust us them first couple of years. But after I got to that point when I did what I did,
yeah,
and I started instilling confidence in other people as I got my confidence, like, bringing Twig along with me to hoop.
Yeah.
Twig really and Alex, and it kind of just was a chain reaction that year.
Okay.
And the main thing I think that clicked that year was everybody kind of knew this was the last year on Thekla.
Yeah.
And it kind of wasn't nothing that had to be said, like, yeah, we got to do something different.
Right.
And it wasn't that we was going to beat everybody, like go undefeated. That wasn't the goal. It was just we went every day. It was like the story was we going down championship road.
Yeah.
Every game is a brick. Every practice is a brick. So if you want a bullshit house, you gonna do some BS. If you want a gangster house, we gotta go win some and put some bricks on here.
Right.
That mansion was lovely at the end, man.
Yeah, man.
And we was one of the first to say we went undefeated and did that. Shout out to that team. The school still ain't recognized us. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be little weird stuff like that with the school where you be like, damn, for real, like, we closed Thekla, right, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's no better.
We almost opened the new joint right. We lost the game before state my senior year. We lost to Centralia, the potential champs, and they had 12 seniors on their team. Shout out to them boys.
Jesus. Was Matt Shaw was gone from there, I think. You remember Matt Shaw?
That's in Illinois. He went to Centralia in Illinois.
Okay, you was talking about Centralia. My bad. Okay.
Yeah. That's one of my teammates from the Eagles. Shout out Matt Shaw. He was a big. That's what I'm saying. Like, them practices.
That's why I never played with the Eagles. I probably could have went to a trial, but realistically, I'm like, I'm not gonna get to play. So that's how I ended up going to get.
I didn't start out playing. Well, but the thing was, like I think that's the dog in me. I don't like sit. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. I don't want to sit.
Yeah.
I came to play.
Yeah.
Like, even now in old age, like, it's getting hard for me to even play a little. I ain't like, I'm sitting, man. I never played to sit.
Right.
I played to be out there. And, as we get older, body don't respond, do certain things. I can't. I gotta go full to balls to the wall, because if I'm not a good basketball player. I have to be high energy.
Right.
That was always my skill.
Yeah.
So if I can't give you my skill, what I'm doing?
That's facts. So yeah, I mean, if I would have stayed at Ritter, I would have at least had one state championship. When I got to McClure, we lost to Poplar Bluff, the game to go to state. So when I saw y'all,
Tyler,
man,
he was different.
Man. Tyler wasn't even. They had a guy, forgot his first name, his last name Webb, and I think he still worked out in Poplar Bluff as like a car salesman. But he had a little putback dunk right before halftime, and that changed the whole momentum of the game. Because we was winning, we was hanging in there with them, and then dude got that tip back dunk. And
yeah, I had a nice squad. That was Clag. Was that Clag first year?
No, my senior year was Clag first year.
Okay, that was the year before.
That was the year before. There was Grant Agbo, Mike Strode.
That was all them senior year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause Marvis was 04, right?
Yeah, Marvis was. He was
okay.
It was Batman and Robin.
So y'all lost y'all bigs your senior year.
We lost our bigs our senior year.
Okay.
Our junior year. We come back senior year. Me and Marvis pretty much taking over. We had some bigs, but we lost to Central. At the buzzer in district championship.
Boy, that was a good game, boy. You blocked Caitlin Dunk a couple of times, tried to put that thing. I laughed.
Hey, I had, like you say, I had to. I had to.
You got to go out swinging.
And
if I'm going out, I'm giving you all I got.
Yeah. So what pissed me
and
off
I ain't gonna
about
lie.
that game?
Look, that last game against Centralia, you know, I probably took an ill-advised shot at the end because we was probably down 5 and, you know, trying to rush back, took a 3, thought it was a good idea, rushed it, missed it. You know what I'm saying? But I knew if I was going to go down my senior year, I knew I was going down swinging myself for sure. Yep. I was going to be loaded.
Yeah, that's what made me mad. I fouled out that game. I didn't foul out that whole season. So, excuse me, man. I ended up fouling out, and then I had to watch from the bench. It was nothing I could do. Nothing I could do. You know, so I fouled out with like 4 minutes left in the game. I'm sitting, like you said, I can't do nothing. I'm trying to motivate, but when I fouled out, we had a lead. So that lead started dwindling away. I'm trying to light my teammates, light a fire under them. Like, hey, don't y'all lose this game, man.
I'm already here. Look, that's crazy. Look, so I take you back. You know, my junior year was a roller coaster. For that championship year.
Yeah.
Oh, and that
year, right?
Man, that's the wild roller coaster. So you gotta remember, I'm coming off this great summer, right?
Yeah.
Did my thing, go from being not ranked to top 59.
Yeah.
Man, I come in, I'm leading the team in scoring. Okay. I think I'm averaging like 19, close to a dub.
Okay.
We probably 6 games in. We finna head into the Christmas tournament.
Okay.
You know, you just know something ain't right. Like I keep telling coach, my knee aching. Like I'm not gonna stop playing, but you know, it just you got that feeling. I made it through the first game, made it through the second game. Championship, we played Gateway.
Okay.
Talking about I couldn't move, I couldn't even lift my leg.
Man.
So coach had the little stem machine, trying to get all that together, trying to make sure I could play. And when none of that working.
Yeah.
So at this point, you know, it was to the point now where it was like, yeah, you do have to go to the doctor. Like, we think something is wrong, you know. So we finally go. The doctor who did the surgery was a guy named Dr. Shively.
Okay.
All right. So that's who did that surgery. We, you know, surgery cool, minor cleanup scope, what it was. So I miss games. They steadily winning though. But the game before I knew I was gonna sit out and have surgery was CBC.
Okay.
You know, it was certain games I would still try to, you know, wobble up the court, give energy, all that type of stuff. And, you know, like them conference games, I'm like, I'm cool. Coach, like, you definitely ain't playing these. You know what I'm saying? So if it was like CBC, I kind of just grinned and burned until I knew I was finna have to get cut off. Gotcha. So that was my last game. And like that game went to overtime. I fouled out. I don't even think I scored, bro.
Man.
Like, I don't think I scored. It was one of them type of games, but man, I was cussing them niggas out, boy. I was like, we not losing. Yeah. We definitely ain't losing, and I ain't playing no more for a minute. Like, I ain't going out on no L. Like, you know, just one of them moments where, you know, you and Ken Burke hit a dagger. Boom.
It's nasty, man. I ain't never seen a point guard really. I ain't never really seen a score like him, man. With his motor, scoring ability, physical.
That stopping pop.
Yeah.
That stopping pop was lethal at that. Man, if he got anywhere in that mid-range and had you on your heels, and he elevated too on that thing.
Yep.
But, you know, it kind of like he got his game so early, he never got nothing else. Like, you know, I wouldn't say never grew, but did he have any more room to grow? Like, did he peak too early?
Possibly. And I've seen that with some players where they got so much in their package so early.
Man, like,
you got no room to add nothing else.
Man, he had a body. He was strong early.
Yeah, between him and Rodney Dotson, I mean, it was
fast, like going from end to end fast. Dude was different.
Yeah.
And you know, we kind of had to keep up with him, like, you know, he, even though he was weird, you know, like I tell people all the time, like, I ain't really mess with Cam Burke. That wasn't my friend. Like, my guys on the team know who my guys was. Twig, Alvin, Alex, Raymond, them my guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't, the one was, you know, that was they kind of they click.
Yeah.
But we knew on that court we had each other back, and when nobody, we always dogs.
Yeah.
Especially on that defensive end. One thing about Niels was he really ain't care about offense.
Yeah.
I want everybody playing defense. If you ain't playing defense, you coming up out of here.
Yep. Niels had that intensity that, like I said, I just think going into high school, I wasn't ready for it because also I was so used to everything being handed to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm used to really being like the best player.
He made you compete.
Yeah. And I wasn't used to really having, I was used to competing, but not at the force of a coach. You know,
no, I don't care who you are.
Yep.
What we did the day before, if you played 40 or not, if we got practice, you finna compete and we finna get it in.
Yep, that's crazy. You sound like him. That's crazy.
Like that was him. Like ain't no in between out here. Ain't no friend. And you know that I done seen Niels go off on coaches. Like Niels was different, man, and you had to give him his respect. Like
had to, legend. That's like if Phil Jackson tell you to do something, you're gonna do
it. And think about this: the offense we ran allowed everybody to touch the ball. Man, we ran the flex.
Yeah.
And one thing you knew was you was gonna catch it in the elbow or 3 area. You was gonna catch it on the wing area. You might get a good quick post.
Yeah.
So it allowed for your game to be different. Like I didn't have a position in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like most people probably think I'm the center.
Yeah.
Because I'm jump balling, I'm guarding the biggest guy.
Right.
But we'll switch.
Yeah.
Think about that. You had so many good wing and perimeter defenders with Brian Ball and Twig, Ken Burke, on ball defenders. Yeah, that it made it easy to get them steals and get in the passing lane. That it made it easy, and you know Riddle was small then. That little cracker jack, baby, you get from end to end quick.
Yep.
So
blink of an eye.
Run. That was one thing. Run. That was Neil's thing. Be in some shape. I don't want to have to get you in shape.
Yeah.
Because, you know, practices was late anyway at Northwest. Wow. That's what's crazy. Like, man, them stories, man, walking in Paxton Northwest, people don't understand. In Walnut Park.
Walnut Park.
We got on all black and red. I remember them 11s came out. We was in a pack. Everybody got on the black and red 11s.
I just told this story to my cousins when I went home for my grandpa's funeral.
Oh, man, he say, it was shiny. He say, what size is them? I'm like, man, don't answer that. Keep walking.
Keep walking.
Put your head down and keep walking.
Yep.
There's some cats on a bike on the corner. Oh, man, we used to go through some wild stuff over there at that Walnut Park.
Rough boy. All right, so we're going to fast forward to your senior year. Well, we've been on your senior year, but what made you commit to Wisconsin Green Bay?
Slim pickings. You know, I had committed to Oklahoma my junior year. Yeah. After I kind of went on a visit there, I kind of just liked their team. And that was one of my favorite teams I had watched in college when they had Hollis Price, Quanish Brown, Big Jabari Brown, E.B. Ara, was it Travis McGee, the big lefty? I can't remember his name. Man, they had a nice little squad right there and went on that nice run to the Final Four. And I liked it was right in that time when I was finna sign.
Okay.
And when I went on my visit, it was longer. It was longer, and Donnell Jackson. We was all talking about, you know, committing at the same time. But, you know, they big names. I'm trying to just get somewhere and get it in.
Right.
And, you know, I felt like I fit that culture that they had going right there. So I committed right away. Okay. So it would be some pressure off, take some pressure off myself.
Just go in senior year, ball out.
Yeah. So, even with that, my junior year, I'm still recovering. I had another surgery in the summer.
Yeah. So I carry you that following something. Well,
yeah. So I missed the circuit. The only thing I did was Boo Williams. Okay. Was my junior year. I mean, yeah, going into my senior year. So I only did Boo. So I kind of went MIA anyway after that. Like I think I worked the hoop jamboree. Crazy thing is, I'll tell you this story. We went down there. I had surgery. My mom was like, let's go down there and see what happened. We'll make it a family vacation if you can't do nothing. So I still went down there after surgery. It might have been 2 weeks, 3 weeks after surgery. And I go down there anyway just to see what's up to the All-American camp. So I check in, do my physical stuff. They see the knee and all that. So of course they say I can't play. So if you injured, you can't get sponsored basically.
Okay.
You can't partake. So, we made it a family vacation. Cause I kind of just told my mom, like, I don't want to just watch the other guys play ball. I don't really want to come back and be watching them play ball and be just sitting there. So we kicked it up there in Indiana. So I'm not really getting back to myself until December. Like we going through, I don't even get to do none of the preseason workouts. We finally got a track at Ritter, so they was running, doing different stuff.
Yeah.
Niels kind of had me leading it because there was something Ken Burkdad would do. But when Ken left, he kind of left too.
Okay.
So that senior year, the coaches was Dave Robinson, Kincaid, Action, and Ron Walker, of course, with Neil. So it was them guys over there helping out on the bench. Yeah. What was
about the
I can't remember the name.
Into the senior year.
I can't remember.
Start playing until December.
I couldn't remember the name of Dr. Lehman, Richard Lehman.
Okay.
Was the doctor that did this surgery. So come to find out, it was some not extensive, but some other things that was wrong inside of the knee the whole time that should have been done before.
Okay.
Like the kneecap should have been shaved. The cartilage wasn't particularly clean correctly for an athlete. And Dr. Lehman specialized in athletes.
Okay.
So for me, it was like, that kind of setback. Like I said, I missed that summer, all that. I don't get right. I can't touch a ball literally until like 2 weeks before the season starts is when I'm finally cleared to start participating in basketball activity.
Okay.
So from probably Boo Williams was early in the summer. So from that time, I probably hadn't touched the ball, just kind of sulking, doing all that weird stuff when you injured. But I was rehabbing. I finally cleared play. First day back playing. We playing open gym at the New Ritter.
Yeah.
The rims don't break at all at the New Ritter if you ain't never hooped there. Yeah. Man, I chipped my tooth right away. Wow. Like right away. Like get a tip dunk.
Yeah.
Boom. Hit my mouth on the thing, like timing all off. Just some goofy shit when you athletic.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, boom, chip my tooth. And I had just got my braces off the day before.
Wow.
So I had to tell my mama, I just cleared to play ball. I just got my braces off. Yeah. And I done chipped this tooth. She like, man, you better slow. Like, just one of them, you got to slow down. Like, I'm trying to just go right back into full swing of everything. And, we started out rocky that same year, coming off the undefeated scenes, man. We lost to Marquette. We lost to Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, them was teams we was running through. Like, running through. Like, I have no timing. Alex had twisted his ankle 2 days before the tournament, so he wasn't no good. Alvin had a visit. Like, it was one of them times where it's like real weird, you know, like and the team wasn't really, that team wasn't really a basketball team. It was just a bunch of athletes. Like, we ain't really have the guys to really be that type of team that we was before, you know, or the leadership. You know, it was really me. You know, Raymond was a leader, but Raymond was a football player, and, you know, Raymond was gonna say it was my team anyway.
Right.
But, you know, he wasn't gonna step up and be that emotional leader like that because he wanted me to do that.
Yeah.
Alvin was still trying to get his own thing popped off with football. So, you know, if he had a visit and all that, I understood because he wasn't a basketball player.
Right.
So you can't be mad at him for missing the game to try to get his situation straight over there. But our guard play just really decreased bad. You know, Kenslow Scales, rest his soul, passed that summer in a tragic car accident, who probably would have been the guard for us to step in and probably drive the car. Yeah. You know, and probably took some pressure off of me and Alex because we had to play point a lot that year. You know, Marcus Upchurch was the guard, a young Marquise, a young DeAndre Gilmore. You know, them guys was still, you know, wet behind their ears. Yeah. They really hadn't felt them battles we had been through at that time. Right. And, you know, like coach, cause not coach, but coach set up some games because I had some certain offers. Like Kentucky had still wanted to see me, so we went down and played in this Kentucky tournament against Chris Lofton. Man, when I say Chris Lofton put on a show, dude put on a show. Like, he could flat out shoot that thing from anywhere. And, you know, it was one of those moments where you like, damn, man, I hate I'm hurt. I can't really get off. I can't do what I want to do. Right. You know, Alex needs some help. You know, it was kind of like we got embarrassed too. We ended up losing like the dub. You know, it wasn't something I was accustomed to as being a Ritter player. You know, we had a sense of pride. You know, if we was gonna go down, we was going down fighting. Yep. And we was fighting, but it was like, shit, we ain't got enough bullets. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I never experienced that with Ritter. And, you know, like being hurt, it was like, damn, like I can't really step on this throttle like I'm trying to, and it ain't nothing come producing. Right. And I ain't used to that neither. So, you know, that senior year was different. You know, it was real different. We had a lot of ups and downs. It finally started clicking for me, like I say, in December. After we played Vashon, it really started clicking for me. It was like, you know, I hate we didn't play them the year before. And a lot of people who don't know never was blessed to see, man, we used to scrimmage Vashon. Them some of the gangster scrimmages you never seen. I bet. Man, we used to always ride. Look, Nils will tell you, like, don't get out. We gonna take, you know how you talk, we gonna take a ride. Yeah. Man, we load up. We hit the V, and this when the V was on green. Ooh. Man, we had some good runs in there. Talking about me battling with Nick. Yeah. Twig battling with Jimmy. Dot poking Ken, Donnie, and Brian Ball. Oh man. Yeah. We getting it in.
And what was it used to be it wasn't a tournament, but it was like a little summer
Best in the Midwest.
Yeah.
The high school thing.
We played in that the summer of our freshman year. And that's
you remember what James was out then?
Jimmy was giving me
them low padding leather, them low python, blue board.
Yep. I'm like, man, yeah, that was Vashon was.
It was different. Yeah. They always been different. But you know, one thing you always knew about that, you know, with their culture, it was a culture. Yeah. You had to buy into their system. You know, and it kind of taught if you know, it's almost like a little college culture that they got doing there. Yeah. So, you know, they doing their thing.
But that's a case in point too with Vashon, how you look at they coaching staff. Yeah, Tony
they keep it within.
He's
they keep it within.
Yeah.
They build from within with they thing they got going. I mean, I know where you're going with this. I mean, you would want to see our school do this, but I mean, that ain't what they do.
Even though I left Ritter, I'm still. I mean, I claim Ritter and McClure.
Hey, one thing you can't do is compare yourself to somebody else's. That's exactly what I know.
Yeah.
And I can't knock my blessings because somebody else ain't doing what I think they should be doing or what the people think they should be doing. I mean, that ain't my blessing. RJ doing his thing, and Antonio doing his thing. I'm at Soul Dan doing my thing. You know, we just had a decent little squad. The last couple of years, we just been a piece or a game away. Yeah. You know, teams been knocking us at the right time, clicking at the right time. So, you know, I love where I'm at right now, what I'm doing, bro. Like I say, I can't knock my blessings because, you know, they not doing what we think they should be doing, but It is what it is. Yeah. I'm still a Ritter guy. You know, they won a ship too. Shout out to them guys over there. Big Gary, you know what I'm saying? Lil G. Them little cats cool. I like them. You know, if they need some, hey, I'm here. I'm an OG you can reach to. Yeah. I ain't like that.
I mean, I've done a poll before, and the consensus is, I mean, at least with you fall somewhere in that top 10. From a couple people I talked to, you know, I was biased with mine. I mean, I kind of put you in the top 5 because I was basing it off of people that I've seen as well. You know, but to be at a school like Ritter with that history and to be at least in the top 10, like, how does that, do you feel a certain way about that? Does that play a role in how you carry yourself or how you would, I guess, summarize your career at Ritter?
I'm still the same kid from Ritter, I really ain't changed that much. I done matured, you know, different things of that nature. But if you know me, if you knew me then, I'm still the same T. Yeah. You know, so the only thing that has changed is, you know, little facial hair, all that type of stuff. But I'm that same guy that grew up on the north side.
Facial hair, kids, wife.
You know, but I only thing I know what Ritter has done and helped instill was, you know, they instill a lot of great values. Yeah. You know, they instill great pride of you to be who you are, especially being Black. Right. You know, that school really did something for us. You know, Mr. Henderson, you know, Bishop. It's a lot of people who do that line. It's hard, you know, even though, you know, we ain't see eye to eye then, Miss Spain, you know, it's just people who see something in you and you know, it's almost you gotta poke that bird to make it get a reaction sometimes. Yeah. And so, you know, they poke you. And I tell people all the time, it's a fine line you walk between confidence and arrogance. Yeah. You know, I don't know which line I walk. I've always been confident enough to be me. So, you know.
But I mean, most hoopers will say though, I mean, it's a certain level of arrogance essentially that you gotta have when you go on the court. You gotta have that arrogance to really be successful. That's how I look at it. Like, even now, I get on the court at 33. I'm not in the best shape, none of that. But if you put me in a man
gonna compete, you're gonna get the best of what this 30, 33, 34-year-old got in me.
Compete, and you're not gonna embarrass me. So if that sound arrogant, and from an NBA player to whoever, you're not gonna embarrass me. You might get some buckets on me, but you're not gonna embarrass me.
It ain't too many people who done that neither.
And I stand firm on that. That's why people always joke when I say, whenever the Bonner League or whatever they call it, the Pro-Am League now in St. Louis, when that pop off and I see what they're trying to do with it, I will personally fly in. I'll come to St. Louis for 2 weeks. I'll sit on the bench or play very minimal minutes that first week, but that second week, I need some reps, and I guarantee you I hold my own. Because there's a lot of people that don't even know me, so when I get on the court, they're going to be like, I don't even know what to do.
You know what's crazy? And I know you talking about you, but a left hand assassin that people do not talk about no more, and was poison. Tommy Liddell, bro. Tommy Liddell was poison.
Tommy, I don't even hear. I mean, everybody doing all these. Who the best in St. Louis? You hear that?
Poison.
I don't see nobody talking about him.
I remember we had just graduated. He was playing with Eastside. Mm-hmm. Jimmy was that dude, you know, and they battled. I'm talking about battled in the championship at the bottom. Tommy had like 26. Jimmy may have had like 30, 32.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So look, quiet as a cap. I had a quiet 16, bunch of tip dunks. We end up losing. But you know what I'm saying? It's just certain things. I'm like, man, how my guy don't get mentioned? Like, he was a point guard. And he was a lot of people. He was a point guard.
Yeah.
And mid range was impeccable, and he was getting to that thing, and he punchy.
He made it look so effortless.
Like another guy. Look, I'm gonna keep going. Look, X. Man, do you remember Xavier Price?
Yeah, we played against him my junior year. We played him in the
Tell your story.
At the shootout.
My freshman year, when I probably should have went over to the Eagles, but I stayed loyal to my guy. We played them.
Yeah.
We played the Eagles. They got Sean Livingston, all these cats. Eggs. You know, to play Eagle, when they throw that thing up, they come down and bomb. Man, they threw that thing to Eggs. He palmed it. You know, he got them big hands. He palmed that thing with one hand. And I'm talking about, doom. I'm like, oh, man, I need to. Look, that's why I'm like, yeah, I got to get over there.
Yeah.
I got to get over there. He was one person that was a two-way player early.
Yeah. He was nice. I thought because he ended up going to Purdue, right?
Yeah, he was a two-way player early. Like, it was just a lot of guys on that team I stole a lot from.
Yeah.
Like Cam, Murky don't get enough respect in this basketball world. That shit was unorthodox, but he was a walking bucket. Yeah. I tell him that all the time. I'm like, Cam, it was so ugly. But
he made it work.
And then was going to guard you 94 feet.
Yeah. He was a dog. We used to when I got to McClure, we used to go to Gateway and whoop them, but.
Y'all, because y'all all went to Compton Drew, huh?
Yeah, Compton Drew.
Big Randall, all y'all, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
Compton Drew had a lot of little town come through. I know, I went to Bush. Bush wasn't really coming out with the basketball guys. We used to get a lot of football guys come through there.
Okay.
Track guys.
Yeah.
Niggas was fast.
Yeah, we had some hoopers come out of Compton. That's why I said if I would have stayed the course, I would have ended up at Gateway, and it all worked. It worked for the good.
It worked for the good. Your story is your story.
I did.
Just tell it.
You know, had a little successful run there. Being a mama's boy, I should have took different avenues post high school, but things happen.
Hey, you remember some of the things that was going on in them Carter Riddle halls when we was there?
It was clowns.
Hey man, you hit Miss Berry with that door. Oh my God.
But we was clowns, man. Just being